Thank you.
We'll see you next week again.
Absolutely.
We have a newcomer to the show. Her name is Lisa Nussbaum. She is going to talk about The Last Ship, which was musically done by Sting. And Lisa is from New York City, so she's going to take us from Babylon to Broadway. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Now, tell Long Island or New York a little bit about yourself.
My name is Lisa Nussbaum. I am from the New York area. I've lived in New York City specifically since I was 18. I went to the University of Pennsylvania. I went to Columbia Business School. I got hooked on theater when I was very, very young. I was taken to the theater all the time by my grandmother, Lenore Danziger. And she is now 93 years old. And she lives in Florida, and I want to dedicate everything to her, as well as my mother, who also took me to the theater, screaming sometimes, but I really appreciate it now. And when I look back, some of the things I saw and did when I'm younger have really influenced my love of the arts in general, the art in film, theater, art, etc.
Now, you review a whole bunch of movies, off-Broadway, Broadway, restaurants, so you're going to be our go-to New York person. So what gives you the passion to do, and how long have you been doing this, and what gives you the drive to keep doing it?
I started at the Annenberg School at the University of Pennsylvania and majored in communications. I just, as I said, always was very interested in theater and film from a very, very young age. I majored in communications and minored in marketing there, and I was on air through their television, which at the time was called UTV,
Okay.
at the University of Pennsylvania. I have developed an audience of followers who really like the reviews.
It's amazing. So people come to you asking the reviews, you're sharing your thoughts and feelings, independent of the New York Times or anything else.
Absolutely.
You have your own thoughts and your own creative perspective on each show that you see, correct?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
So tell us about The Last Ship.
Okay. The Last Ship is a new musical written and with words by Sting. I think everybody's familiar with Sting, but I was absolutely floored when I saw it. It is the best musical that has come around in a long time.
The best. That's saying a
The
lot.
best. And it is opening tomorrow night. It will be reviewed by the Times, by all the major papers. So you're getting a little advanced review from me. I will tell you, it was in Chicago. It comes from Chicago tryouts, where it got a little bit of mixed reviews. So it's the Chicago Tribune. I saw it in September 30th. And I can't tell you if people will agree with me or not, but it, to me, was one of the best musicals, not only that I've ever seen, but in this season particularly. It's a very competitive season.
Okay, we got people out there like Long Islanders. They go into the city, they want to see a good musical. I'm sure they've seen musicals over time. What makes this the best musical? What makes it the best, if you had to kind of pinpoint that?
First of all, the music is wonderful, as is the choreography. The story is a very simple story. It's based on the life of Sting. Not exactly, but based on the town that he grew up with in England. I would say that, quite honestly, it's in the northwest corner of England, the town that he grew up in. He is about to become the next Liverpool, okay, like where the Beatles were from, because I believe it's about to become a major tourism site. And the town is a working class town in England that's on the sea, and a lot of shipbuilding went on there. Now, per se, Sting's father was not a shipbuilder, but grew up in the town, as did the lead actor, Gideon. And basically, it's a very working class story of, and very vague in the time frame, of a town that was a robust shipping town that declined sometime maybe in the 70s, the 80s. They, again, don't give you a time, and about what the people did there to lift their spirits and to save the shipping industry. It is a largely all-male cast, which is unusual. It is a show that you can bring the family to. It is a show that men, women of any types will like. In my opinion, there is nobody that won't like it.
Wow, that is good feedback and a nice review, because I think nowadays people want to make sure they go to the right show, especially from Long Island going into the city. So I really welcome your talent, expertise over the next couple of weeks and sharing, different reviews so people know how to spend their money either in theater or film or restaurants, correct?
Absolutely, and I'm happy to give tips on how to save money buying theater tickets and how you can do it on the cheap side. I see a lot of off-Broadway as well, and way off-Broadway. So there are great ways to save money going into the theater and still enjoy the theater while not spending a fortune on tickets.
Well, that advice is going to be so needed, and I look forward to you coming here on a regular basis and sharing those tips with our audience, either through the radio or through our Facebook page or through the webcam and the Dropbox. And Lisa, thank you so much. You're going to take us to Babylon, to Broadway every week or regularly, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
I have one more thing because it's Halloween, and
Okay.
in honor of Halloween, I am wearing orange, which is my favorite color anyway.
Okay.
I went to see The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is about Ichabod Crane. It is off-Broadway at the Players Theater on McDougal Street. It's an hour and 15 minutes, and it's a lot of fun, especially if you're going into the city this week. There are discount tickets available for it, and I just thought it was a fun kind of holiday Halloween show.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Give it up for Lisa, her debut here on the Chapters Wrap.